Hello, Future Azai here, welcoming you guys to a new episode of Swan Song. Man, this BGM is really chill. I actually really like this background music. So this is part 2 of the long play that I did for Swan Song. I could actually make this part into just one single part, but I kind of want to split it up so that I have more videos to upload, before I have to record some more. Because we all know I'm gonna play PSO2 at some point and forget to play Swan Song. So I hope you enjoyed, or I hope you enjoyed this episode. Future Azai out, and I will be back at the end of the episode. I'm actually gonna go a bit longer today. Story feels like it's getting to the climax again. The Vigilante Corps men who are guarding the gym abandoned their post to try to fight when we charge at them. I'm sure they're going to quickly come back with more people, but I sigh in relief that the enemies disappeared for now. Everything is going smoothly after we escape from our cell. I hope everything goes as planned from here. When I start walking, I feel something strange and stop. Kawase-san is looking up at me, worried.
大丈夫?すごい汗かいてるよ。
She reaches out to my forehead to take my temperature, but I avoid it.
動きましたからね。当然ですよ。
I smile. Man, I don't doubt at the end of the day, everyone is just gonna die, dude. Tsukasa, Takuma, Hanamura is just gonna die. I think the girls are gonna be left alive, but I think all the guys are gonna die.
違うよ。怪我がやっぱりひどいんでしょ。つかさ、体育館に入ったら少し休んでなよ。
Everyone is just showing so much death flags. The girls not so much, but the guys are. I was especially kind of sad too that Hanamura died.
平気です。それよりも今揺れませんでした。
地震？
ええ、ちょっとゆらゆらと。
何にも感じなかったよ。あんた、やっぱり熱が出てフラフラしてるんだよ。
いや、そんなはずはないんですが。
何やってるんだ。早く。
Honda-san urges us and we start walking to the gym again.
ここは私たちが見張っておきます。
Taiko says this when we get to the gym entrance. Behind her are a few remaining followers of the Daichi Society.
しかし、
The survivors of the Daichi Society are all young women. Honda-san hesitates.
私たちが中に入れば無用の混乱を引き起こすだけでしょう。
With that, we enter the gym. The familiar people are watching our wounded figures with fear.
落ち着いて。私たちはみんなの敵じゃないわ。
Kawase-san starts to try to calm them down. I search for Yuka. I see a cloth containing my arm that Kuwagata-san took. I try to pick it up, and frozen blood gets on my hand. My arm is hard and surprisingly heavy. I can't believe this used to be a part of me.
私は山を越えた向こうの町からやってきたものです。
Honda-san starts talking in place of Kawase-san. Taiko, Kawase-san, Honda-san, all of us decided that it would be best to free everyone here from the Vigilante Corps' control and let them escape. We have to convince the people here about it. Even though the darkness and the snow would protect us, there are over 20 Vigilante Corps members. There are over 50 enemies if we count the people of the administration department. In contrast, we have 10 hostages who can fight. If we are to safely get away, we not only need them to obey us, but have some of them take part in the fighting. This isn't an easy matter. Since looking at it is driving me crazy, I place the arm back where it was and start looking for Yuka again. I enter the living space scattered with people's belongings. Honda-san is concisely and elegantly explaining the situation. This is what Honda-san is saying. Honda-san's town is calling for people from the surrounding area. If this succeeds and an alliance forms between a wide area, many people with different skills would gather. He's sure that a new development awaits after that. They need all the knowledge and experience they can get to survive and create a new living environment. If people try to be independent like the leader here wants, they will only perish. Please muster up your courage and decide to escape from here.
新しい世界を作るんです。
After Honda-san ends his explanation, the people start talking with each other. I stare hard in the dark gym as I walk. I only see bags where Yuka should be. I ask the old lady nearby, and she tells me that she left the gym a while ago to go see Kuwagata-san.
迷っている暇はありません。あなたたちは今、家畜のように閉じ込められていたじゃないですか。このまま無気力に従うだけで、本当にこの過酷な場所で生きていけると思うんですか？自分の意志を持たなくちゃいけません。
Honda-san repeats himself many times, and the people finally start moving.
司、あんたも先に逃げなよ。顔が真っ白だよ。
Kawasa-san calls out to me while I stare at the people going out of the gym.
僕は平気です。それより、これで手を縛り付けてください。
I hand her tape, pick up the bill hook that I found in the bag, and then hand it to her. I can't hold it in my right hand since I don't have any grip strength, and I'm sure it'd fly away if I try to swing with it.
武器なんか。
今は必要です。
こんなに手が震えて。
寒いですから。それよりも、桑形さんたちはまだ来ませんね。何か凝った作戦を考えているのでしょうか。
来ないんじゃないの？だって来たってどうにもならないじゃん。今さら誰もクワガタの仲間になんかならないって少し考えればわかるじゃない。
そうならいいんです。ただユカが彼らのところにいるのが気になります。
え、そうなの？
When Kawasa-san opens her eyes wide in surprise, a scream comes from outside the school gate. The people who escaped outside come running back in fear. I also see wounded people with blood staining their clothes. It seems the Vigilante Corps was waiting for us outside and attacked the people with projectile weapons, without warning.
戻ってください。体育館の中まで戻るんです。
Honda-san is yelling and giving orders, but the confusion is out of control and people are frozen by the school gate. Then, with a roar, over 10 people with metallic spears come running this way from the school building.
逃がさ！皆殺しにしろ！
Kuwagata-san screams as he leads them. The enemies by the school gate are coming at us as well. We're attacked from both sides. The enemies stay true to their words and attack anyone in range, including women and children. Screams are raised everywhere, and blood flies everywhere. Taiko and Honda-san try to interfere, but everybody's too confused. People are in a panic, and everyone moves around aimlessly.
殺せ！みんな殺せ！
Kuwagata-san screams ferociously from within the darkness. The Vigilante Corps slips into the crowd and slaughters everyone around them like parasites who devour the organs of their host. The only light comes from the flashlights a few people are holding, and those lights frantically move amidst the falling snow, not showing me what's going on. I can't even tell what's happening where. The terrifying screams are shaking the air. I see dark figures moving about, but I can't tell friend from foe. I need light. I abandon the place and return to the gym. I push the light switch, but the lights don't turn on. The power generator is turned off. Kuwagata-san must have turned it off ahead of time. Someone enters the gym after me. He's breathing hard.
何か大きな明かりをつけないと。
The person attacks me as I speak. He raises the object in his hand. I jump back quickly and the object sticks into the gym floor. It's a spear of the Vigilante Corps. The person quickly pulls the spear out of the ground. I force my legs to move and run away. Loud footsteps and fear pursue me, pressuring my heart more than the fatigue of running. Is this what they call the intent to kill? I have the bill hook in my hand, but I don't want to stop and fight against a spear. But still, I can't let him easily kill me. It seems I can run slightly faster than him. I try to put some distance between us, run up to the stage at the front of the gym, and run into the room in the side. I kick the wheel table at the guy as he comes into the room. It hits him right in his stomach, and he falters. I swing the bill hook at his neck. Oh gosh. I swing lightly because my right hand has no grip. I assume it wouldn't be powerful enough, but the blade must have cut the artery in his neck. Blood showers out of his neck as he suddenly falls. He doesn't move an inch. He's dead. The fact invades my mind like seeping mud. I find something strange about the corpse, so I check its face. I assume he was a member of the Vigilante Corps, but I was wrong. It's a familiar boy. I saw him earlier in the gym earlier. I recall that he often used to play with Kawase-san. But his eyes are now empty and his mouth is wide open. He's not breathing anymore. Damn it. I feel incredibly dizzy once I stand up, and sparks fly in front of my eyes. Even though my arm is tightly tied up, blood is seeping out onto my clothes, making it cold and heavy. I ask him for forgiveness since I won't live long either, but I guess I'm asking for too much. Anyway, I need to survive. I grab the spear the boy was holding and tape it up many times to my hand. Give me a sec, guys. Sorry about that. Breakfast was ready, so I'm gonna have to be done for a bit here. I tried thrusting at the wall and find out that the tape makes up for my weak grip strength. Many people run into the gym one after another. I don't want to make the same mistake again, so I call to them from a distance and tell them that I'm not the enemy. They're all unusually frightened and excited. One person painfully cries that his daughter was killed in front of him, so he slapped the person he thought was the enemy, but then realized that it was someone else. They're killing each other out of fear and panic because there's no light. I tell them the need to illuminate this place. But then the electricity is dead here. Flashlights and bonfires won't be bright enough. It would be great if we had lighting equipment like the ones at stadiums, but there's nothing like that here. I try to come up with an idea, but I can't immediately come up with one. All the while, I hear roars and screams from outside the gym, broadcasting the disastrous scene out there. One person suddenly starts to pour kerosene or the stoves onto the bags around him. Okay. He doesn't care that his clothes are getting wet too as he screams and pours the kerosene around him. It's obvious to anyone that he's gone crazy. It'll only cause more panic if a fire is started here. I'm more troubled than surprised. We try to calm him down, but it has no effect, and the smell of kerosene starts to fill the gym.
危ない。外に出ましょう。
I urge everyone since the man starts looking for a lighter. He lights the fire as we exit the gym. There's a sound similar to that of a lamp turning on, and the kerosene catches fire instantly. The fire spreads to the bags and starts to sparkle. The gym is instantly filled with a large flame. The man's black figure wavers in the intense fire. Orange color fills my vision, and my face burns by watching it. I look away and turn around. A figure is right in front of me. His silhouette has something raised above his head, about to bring it down on me. I roll away to dodge it. The object smashes against the ground and breaks the ground. The man is holding a concrete block. He picks up the block again and glares at me with eyes filled with rage. He's not a member of the Vigilante Corps. He raises the concrete block, but staggers when he does and creates an opening. No, Tsukasa, the time for talk is gone. I don't want you to die. I'm sorry, man. What the? Huh? That was weird. It looks like there was a beep to signal that that was the correct answer or something. That was really weird. I take aim at his center of his chest as I thrust out with my right hand. The spear pierces through a vital spot. He crumples and dies without a scream. I try to get my breath back as I stare down at the corpse when a sharp pain runs through my shoulder. I turn around to see a woman holding the same kind of spear I'm holding, piercing my shoulder. She's the girl in the administration department. I think her name is Kaneko, and she used to always keep the accounts by herself. She's a well-organized person, and she's the kind of girl that would be elected as the class president. Is she naked? I'm probably gonna have to censor that. I think she is kind of naked. Her clothes are torn apart and her bare breasts are dirtied with blood. She's breathing violently, and she thrusts a spear at me like a furious beast. Hell no am I gonna talk this out. What is this? This makes it seem like I'm in some kind of like game show or something, and it makes me uncomfortable. I thrust my spear into her stomach. She's coughing up blood, but she doesn't stop. She staggers onto me and tries to wrap her hands around my neck. I try to push her away, but my left hand is gone, and my right hand is taped up with my weapon, which is fixed to her stomach right now. I can't do anything. Fortunately, her hands are shaking and cannot find my neck. We both go down onto the ground, and she wraps her arms around me and bites my neck. She's on top of me, and her blood rains down onto me. It's warm, as her body's warmth flows close to mine. Her teeth dig into my flesh. She's really trying to bite my flesh off. I twist the spear in her stomach and she screams in pain. She lets go of my neck, so I kick her away and get up as I pull the spear out of her. I raise the spear and pierce her chest as she lies on the ground. She stops moving after I stab her 3 times. My shoulder is bleeding badly and is numb with pain. I get dizzy and I can't even walk straight. I shake my head when someone else appears before me. I can't really see the person with my blurry vision. Is it an enemy or an ally? Is the person trying to attack me or not? I can't tell. The person's just standing there. I mean, come on, I'm not gonna attack someone that's just standing there, right? Oh my god, are you serious? Why is there like that sound effect? That's so weird. I scream that I'm not an enemy, but my words don't reach her ears. After I see something flicker in front of me, something cuts my head open. Yeah, maybe it's not. Maybe we should just kill everyone. What the hell? I assume that the person is my enemy and frantically thrust my spear at the figure. I feel it stabbing the person, but it's shallow. I put my hips on the hilt of the spear and push forward with my body. Our bodies get closer and I see the person's face. She's not a member of the Vigilante Corps. Is this Nozomi? She whispers before I say anything and drops the knife she's holding onto the ground. Sounds like Nozomi. She groans, coughs up blood, and collapses down. She murmurs as she falls into the snow. The blood from her stomach seeps into the snow, quickly dyeing the snow dark red. If that is Nozomi, then my god, good riddance, dude. He was so manipulative. The dizziness hits me again. I'll be killed without a fight if someone attacks me right now. I run through the darkness, but I trip over something. It seems I stepped on a corpse. I take deep breaths there, and my vision finally returns. I relax a bit and collect myself enough to be able to look around. You're really playing this song when the scene is like hellfire or something. Oh my god. This is a scene of massacre. In front of the burning gym, people are moving about and killing each other without paying any heed to the fire. They must think I'm a corpse since I'm sitting on the ground and nobody even looks at me. Nobody knows who's on which side anymore. They fight anyone who attacks them, and they attack from behind like beasts when they see someone running away. Blood pours out every time they crash against each other. There's no ally or enemy, man or woman, old or young, family or lovers. They have to kill everything that moves. Everyone is frantically killing each other as if every one of them has been possessed by an evil spirit. Corpses of random people lie by their feet, being trampled upon. A dog is barking like crazy in the distance. Did the dog go mad too? The fire's uncertain glimmer melts the outlines of us prisoners in hell into the darkness, making us lose shape. It needlessly enhances our ferocious movements dramatically. The mob of people creates one huge wavering shadow in the snow. It's like watching a group dance in a well-done musical. I'm bedazzled, and I feel euphoria as if I've been lured into a dream. It's so beautiful. Maybe the utmost nausea is eroding into my consciousness. Or could this be my true nature? I know it's dangerous, but I stand up. I try to calmly differentiate the people in the crowd. Under ordinary circumstances, they should mostly be people I know. Each person is an individual who has an independent personality and history. They shouldn't be melded together in a group like this. I keep trying to convince myself, or I'll go crazy in this world where individual life has no value. I have to be myself. I'm still alive. When I strain my eyes, I first see Taiko and her followers. Their white garments stand out in the darkness and among the crowd of dark figures. Taiko's clothes are covered in blood, and she looks heroic. She's standing with Hoshino Aya and is screaming desperately. Is she trying to stop the fight, or is she cheering on the fight? I can't distinguish her words. Why can't I hear them? Have my ears gone mad? But my vision is clearer than usual. Taiko is standing there as if she's intently opposing something. Her expression is filled with willpower and something sublime. But Taiko's figure quickly disappears into the black silhouettes. Oh yes, where could Kawase-san be? There's no way I can find her small figure in this commotion. I know it's useless, but my eyes are still searching for her. In her place, I see someone running away from the battlefield. He seems calm even in a situation ruled by madness and delusion. He's standing out as if he's the only one who's awake in this world of dreams. I strain my eyes to try to figure out who it could be. He has his face wrapped in cloth, so it must be Kuwagata-san. He's walking to the school building. It doesn't look like he's running away because he's filled with confidence as if he knows where he has to go. I recall that Yuka is in the school building. I follow after Kuwagata-san. Oh god. A whisper stops me on the way. It's Kawase-san, and she's cowering in the darkness. She's holding the hands of two children, distraught.
みんなおかしくなっちゃったよ。どうしてなの？私たちが間違ってたのかな？みんなを助けようなんて、そんなのやっぱり無理だったのかな？
You know, usually in games, there are choices when you can actually save everyone if you made the right choice. But I think this is one of those games where even if you do make the right choice, there are repercussions, you know? And no one can be truly saved. And I kind of appreciate that. It doesn't go into full-on fantasy.
川瀬さんは間違ってないです。
司
Kawase-san looks like she's about to cry.
川瀬さん。
I reach out to her.
泣かないよ。私泣いたりなんかしない。
But you're crying in that CG. She shakes her head and brushes away the tears on her face.
私この子たちを守って逃げるよ。
She says this firmly.
僕はユカを助けてきます。
I pull my hand back, and Kawase-san nods like a child.
私この学校から逃げたらあの教会で待ってるから。司もユカッチを連れてくるんだよ。
しかし、教会は。
私は大丈夫。あそこからまた始めたいんだ。
わかりました。
I turn my back to Kawase-san and follow after Kuwagata-san. You know, maybe we shouldn't have gone away from the church. Yo, what the fuck happened to your silhouette, Takuma? I managed to safely get away from the danger zone, so I head to the school buildings to search for Yuka-san. My clothes are wet and heavy from the blood of my enemies. My hands are covered in blood as well, and it's sticky when I move my fingers. I turn around and see the gym burning furiously. It looked like a lump of metal, but the gym is actually flammable? I can't believe it. Am I dreaming? They're still fighting in front of this extravagant lighting. They're killing each other like mad even though there are only a few Vigilante Corps members there. And even though I'm not giving out any orders, they treated me like I was a killer and a war fanatic. But how terrible of them. They're the same too. They're voluntarily killing each other right now. They should admit that it's natural for them to hurt each other. If it's a natural thing, they shouldn't be concerned about it. There's nothing good or bad about eating, right? That's what it means to be natural. Like how there are good people who eat, there can also be good people who kill a lot of people. See, I really love people, but nobody understands my love, and everybody betrayed me. Fine, they can let nature take its course and they can all die. The idea of an ideal world has finally been crushed. Whose ideal, you say? My ideal. An ideal, rational, logical world where order rules over everything. Why did the people reject me? I don't understand. I'm sure they can't explain their principle of behavior either. They criticize me, but I've never heard a convincing opinion from them. They only complain like children all the time. They're not speaking out of their own wills. Would you call it instinct? I think they're forced to say it because of some unknown force. Anyway, I lost against an unidentified delusion. I didn't lose against those people. I'm not disappointed because I expected this. They're puppets of their genes and instincts. Such stupid people can go ahead and kill each other until the very last one dies. If they turn into pieces of flesh and nurture the earth, I'm sure the flowers would be delighted. No matter how hard they try, they're going to return to Earth in vain without leaving a trace of their humanity behind. Countries can fall, but mountains and rivers stay. I think that's too sad, and that's why I wanted to change the rules. Don't you think that's the meaning of life? Don't you think so? Well, I don't care now. I won't say anything. You guys can do whatever you want. If you people survive, you can do as you wish. If you guys want to pretend to be friends, go ahead. If you all like such cozy peace, go ahead and make peace. Ha! If you can. Love and peace. Love saves the world. You should go ahead and do it if you can. It's easy, right? It's nothing difficult. You just need to throw away your weapons and hug each other. You guys can't do it, right? You people can't do such a simple thing unless you have someone else teach you how. Everyone is so stupid. That's all if you people really do want to get along. I don't care. But I regret the fact that I couldn't revive the anachronistic punishment of burning people at the stake. Enjoyment aside, I think it's a sublime act to offer a fellow being's death for good and evil. Hell no! Are you kidding me? I'm sure it'd smell good if I burn a person. Beasts like cows and pigs smell good when you burn them, so I'm sure people would smell much better given that we're more noble. Or do humans stink? Does it smell so bad that it wrinkles your nose? Oh, that's thinking wrong. I believe in the fantasy that people would smell good. See, I'm a romanticist, after all. We're going to judge ourselves to get closer to God. But unfortunately, it's all going to end. Everything has ended. Everything has been destroyed. And I don't know why, but I keep thinking about Yuka-san. No, I don't have any attachment or affection anymore. I just want to kill that woman myself. I think this is my responsibility as the loser. It's an important initiation. Or is this called attachment too? Well, I don't care if it is. I've loved her for many years. Crap, I said I loved her. Oh well. So I don't care about my attachments. It's not like I'm asking for something as scary as marrying me and staying with me forever. I think it's reasonable since it's better to die than to marry me. So it's a much nicer thing to kill her, right? Huh? Who am I explaining all this to? Myself? Aha! That's just like me. Tremble in fear and give excuses to whatever I do and not take a side. I really am a piece of shit. So I guess I'm myself even in this situation. I'm a chicken. So are my feet trembling in fear of killing the girl I admire? No. I'm walking in a steady rhythm. It seems I'm not trembling. But the school building sure is quiet. Can it be this quiet when everybody's fighting outside? Huh? There should be doctors and patients here. But are they all waiting for it to end? Playing things safe is the smartest idea in the world. I should have realized it earlier, now that I think about it. After all, everything I did went for naught. I opened the door to the classroom and see Yuka-san, who is tied to a chair with her hands tied behind her back. She doesn't even look at me. Her expressionless, white face looks like a wax doll. She's silently looking down with her empty eyes.
こんばんは、佐々木由香さん。体育館が感動的に燃えている。みんなは危機として殺戮を楽しんでる。だけどずるいよ。僕はみんなほどは楽しめなくて仲間外れになっちゃった。面白くないんだ。でも由香さんとなら楽しめるかもしれないって思う。だからここへ来たんだ。ねえ、そこの素敵なお嬢さん。今からここで僕と二人で新世紀のエキサイティングな遊戯に興じてみませんか？
Yuka-san glances up at me, but her eyes are still empty and black, like a knothole.
どうやらもうここはダメらしい。何もかももうダメらしい。みんなはここで生き絶える。人間は誰一人勝利することなく全員敗北して滅亡する。そして世界中の廃墟は哀れな営みの残骸はそのままかわいそうな人類の墓標になるんだ。素晴らしい。僕たちも最後のダンスナンバーで踊り狂おうじゃないか。さあゆかさん、ロープをほどいてあげよう。だからケースを変えて逃げるんだ。抵抗してもいい。僕はそれを追い詰めて見事殺してあげよう。
I think she's dead, actually. I thrust my spear at all the knots and cut the rope off. The rope falls to the ground and she's freed from the chair. But she doesn't move.
どうして逃げないんだ。なぜ黙って座っているんだ。そんなに僕の言うことを聞きたくないの。
クワガタさん。
Oh, she's still alive. Okay. Yuka-san stares at my eyes. There's slight life in her eyes now.
何？
浜子さんは、天子司さんはまだ無事なんですか？
天子司？
I laugh.
あなたはそればっかりだ。やめてもらおう。ここには僕とあなたしかいないんだ。司君の話はしていないんだ。あなたは僕に殺されるって怯えていればいいんだ。僕のことだけを考えていればいいんだ。それが礼儀作法ってもんだ。
I smack my spear against the wall, but I don't feel any better, so I sweep it across the table. The spare lantern and cups on the table fall and break, but Yuka-san doesn't even blink. She shows no fear, only gloom. Why is she making that face? Could it be pity? Is she pitying me? That's cruel. Your composure is making me a fool. If you feel even the slightest sympathy for me, please be scared. You just need to fear me. I don't care even if you're just acting like before. Respond to my desperateness with serious fear, and only then will I be able to escape my fate as a pitiful clown. That'll complete the whole picture. It'd be beautiful, but you won't do it. But you don't do it. It's always like this. Everyone's cool and collected. They leave me who's gone mad and make me the fool. You all are calmly talking about the economy when I'm getting angry by myself. Don't you feel pity for me? Why won't anyone take me seriously? Am I that worthless? Even Yuka-san won't dance with me even in this situation. This is really terrible.
もういいです。がっかりです。僕と遊んでくれないのなら、もう死んでください。
I point the spear at her throat. She silently closes her eyes.
やめましょう。
I turn around at the voice and see Tsukasa-kun standing there. Oh god! He looks so scary, what the fuck? No wonder people thought he was a corpse when he was sitting down. Jesus Christ. He looks terrible. His body is covered in blood, and the spear tied to his right hand is covered in blood as well. I'm sure it's not just the blood of his enemies. Not only is he bleeding from the arm I cut off with a saw, but there's also a gaping hole in his shoulder. His clothes are covered in blood and dirt, making them look like an old rag. His face is completely pale, and he's staggering. He looks like a zombie who rose from the grave, but I don't like how his eyes are still sparkling with life.
何人殺してここにたどり着いたんですか？
3, I believe? I provoke him. I can see his breath turn white as he stares at me.
怖い目だ。人殺しそのものって顔してら。
Tsukasa-kun still doesn't say anything.
ゆか、
He looks away and says this.
花子さん、
Yuka-san replies behind me. Her kind tone is something I've never heard before. It's just too funny, so I double up with laughter. My laughter is muffled by the cloth wrapped around my head. It seems this is a bit of a surprise, and I can feel their eyes on me.
これはなんだい。まったくどういうことだ。
I stare at each of them and tell them. I can see their expressions, but they can't see my expression hidden behind my cloth. I feel a bit superior.
僕は君らの存在がおぞましいよ。他人っていうのはどうしてこうなんだろう。ただいるだけで、普通のことをするだけで、僕の心を傷つけ、脅かすんだ。まったく他者は地獄って本当さ。いや
I think you're putting like the blame on the wrong things, Takuma.
桑形さん、
Yuka-san tries to say something, so I smack her across the face with the handle of the spear I'm holding. She falls from the chair.
おっと動いたらブスッといきますぜ。
I aim the spear at the groaning Yuka-san and threaten Tsukasa-kun. He stands still and stares at me.
どうした司君。どうして君までそんな目で見る。僕はそんなに滑稽なの。
滑稽。
そうさ。おかしいんだろう。僕の無様なところ笑っちゃうよね。
僕が笑うわけないです。それに違うじゃないですか。
何が違うっていうのさ。
あなたを脅かしているのは自分自身なんです。あなたを笑ってるのも自分自身だ。僕たちじゃない。あなたは自分の思考に怯えているんだ。
うるさいな。どっちにしたって同じようなものじゃないか。僕が辛いことには変わらないし、君たちがいなくなればそれは終わるんだ。
僕たちがいなくなったってその苦しみは終わったりしない。
分かったようなこと言うね。やっぱり賢い人は違うな。
僕は分かってなんかいませんよ。
Tsukasa-kun stares at me with burning eyes. Such serious eyes. He's staring at me seriously.
ただ僕もその感じ方をよく知っているだけです。僕は知っていることを言っているだけです。それは分かるってこととは違う。僕は知っているんです。その先には行き止まりしかないんだ。
You know, I like Tsukasa. He might not be as good as Tanemura, but I really like the sentence he just spewed out. That's right. He's talking from experience, but he doesn't understand. No one can understand one another. They can only speak about their own experience. People who say they understand you, they're trying to talk in an emotional level. And to me, that's just... Like, I appreciate the sentiment, but to me, that's like, people who says that are kind of lying in a way. Whether they do it consciously or subconsciously. I don't like it. I'd prefer if they were more not lightheaded, but they were more level-headed and not speak based on emotions as much.
僕なんかに説教しちゃっておかしいや。そんなに真面目にさ、君も少し狂ってきたんじゃないか。
I grasp my chest. I'm trembling inside.
君の言葉なんか信じないけどさ、たとえ言う通り行き止まりだとしたところで、それが何だって言うんだい。どうせ最後は誰だって行き止まりで死ぬんだ。君がいくら正しくて素晴らしいことを知ってるとしてあって、そこにたどり着く前にどうせ死ぬよ。君は死ぬ。比喩じゃないよ。鏡を見ろよ。死人みたいな顔色じゃないか。その出血じゃもうダメさ。もうすぐ死ぬ。今この場に生きている方が不思議さ。本当はもう死んでるんじゃない。君は死ぬんだ。死んで不肉になる。僕と一緒だね。真の平等ってこういうことさ。
桑形さん、それはスタート地点ですよ。ゴールじゃない。僕たちはもともと 何もないところから生まれてきたんじゃないですか。戻っちゃいけない。
かっこいいこと言ってるけど、司君はそれも知ってるっていうのかい？僕には何も見えないね。
だってほら、例えば人間はただ眺めるしかなかった月にだって行けたんですよ。一人でやったんじゃない。大昔からの長い歴史が集まって月にロケットを飛ばしたんだ。今僕たちの頭上を覆う分厚い雲の遥か向こうまで行けたんだ。これは素晴らしいことだと思いませんか？
Tsukasa-kun stares at me as if to appeal to me. I look away.
僕はそんなことは考えられない。僕はそんなことは考えたくない。好きなんかどうだっていいよ。バカバカしい。いくら遠くまで行けたって何の意味もないじゃないか。どこまで行ったって自分の人生の外へは逃げられない。僕は好きな人と一緒に笑ったり一緒に泣いたりセックスしたりして生きていければそれでいいんだ。司君はやっぱり嫌いだな。そうやって何から何まで立派なことを言って僕を否定する。このありさまを見てよくそんなことが言えるよ。街は全部壊れて人間は原始人に逆戻りだ。過去の賢い人たちがどんな素敵な未来に夢を見たのか知らないけれど、このありさまだ。
逃げようと思うからいけないんです。クワガタさんだって分かってるはずです。
うるさい！
I point my spear at Tsukasa-kun, who still looks like he wants to say something.
死に損ないが最後だからって勝手な世まいごとをベラベラと喋りやがって。そんな大げさなことはガキと負け犬だけが考えればいいことさ。付き合いきれないよ。現実感がないんだ。そうか、分かったぞ。君は本当は負け犬だったんだな。たった一つのピアノをなくして諦めたくてもできないでいるだけなんだな。ははは、そうか、そうだったんだ。それなら惨めすぎるから、みっともなさすぎるから、その未練僕が断ち切ってあげよう。感謝しろ。
You know, I really feel pity for Kuwagata, or Takuma. I kinda like it better this way when someone you know turns into a villain instead of you learning of a villain's backstory. This feels a lot more natural. This really does make me pity Kuwagata or Takuma.
やめて！
Oh, wow. Yuka-san screams as I get ready to stab him.
もうやめて。クワガタさん、あなたは何がしたいの？自分がしたいことが分かっているの？ただ、もう終わりにしたいだけじゃないの。そんなのはダメよ。それじゃいけないのよ。
She's crying. Why are you crying? What are you crying for?
黙れよ！
I don't know why, but I'm irritated. I turn around and smack her side as she tries to get up. She staggers and falls back down onto the chair.
ダメだ！
I get ready to stab and kill her when Tsukasa-kun charges with a spear. I dodge it and he staggers as the spear swings through empty space. I've experienced many more battles than you. You won't hit me with such a slow attack. You're already breathing hard after moving just a bit.
ざまあないな。
He raises his spear again without paying attention to my sword. I deflect it and the spear slips out of his hand onto the floor. He quickly crouches down and tries to pick it up, but he doesn't have enough power in his fingers to pick it up. He can't hold the spear with his right hand unless he uses tape or something.
待っててあげようか。拾えるまでさ。その間僕はユカさんと遊んでるよ。彼女が死んでしまうまでの時間を使って君はゆっくりのんびり拾うがいいさ。
I smile and Tsukasa-kun finally shows anger on his face. Well, his looks only slightly change, but I was waiting for that. He gives up on picking it up and jumps at me. I wasn't ready for it and he moves faster than I thought. But it'll be the end once I thrust my spear. But I think it's a waste to put an end to this so easily. He only has one arm, and he doesn't have any strength left. He isn't sharp either. I want to see his desperate attempt. That's why I'm here after all. Don't... you're becoming a typical villain who underestimates people. Damn it. You're gonna die, aren't you? Fucking fool. I throw my spear away and block his punch. I twist his hand and pull him down onto the ground. It's a self-defense move I learned from Kato-kun. Tsukasa-kun's so weak that it's literally like fighting a child. He easily falls over and I get on top of him.
おっとゆかさん、動いたらどうするかわかるね。
I warn her as she regains her consciousness and tries to stand up. She stops and I calmly pick up the spear again in front of her.
やっと僕好みの展開になってきたぞ。ほら、君たち生き残りたかったら知恵を絞るんだ。まあ結局全部無駄になるんだけどね。はははは。
I laugh when I hear something behind me. The hell? Who's that? Nozomi? I turn around and see that Nozomi's standing there. She has a rifle pointed at me. She must have looked hard for me, as she's breathing hard.
どうしてあなた私のところじゃなくてこの女のところへ来たの？
I click my tongue.
こんな時に変な話題を持ち込まないでよ。無粋だな。場の空気ってやつを読んでもらいたいよ。
言うことを聞いてくれないならあなたなんかもういらないわ。
What a garbage human being. You know, as much as Takuma was a good villain, Nozomi was just there for a plot device. What a garbage... She's trash, dude. I'm just gonna straight up say, she's like the worst trash there is in this VN. What a garbage girl. I wish I never saved you during the rape scene.
あ、そう。じゃあさっさと撃てば。その方がずっといい。ただ気をつけなよ。それ連発式じゃないよ。
Can we kill her? God damn it.
一発で当てなきゃもうおしまいだ。僕が殺す。
こんなに近ければ外さないわ。
お前が冷静ならね。でも肩に力が入りすぎだよ。だいたい弾出るのかい？ボルトアクションライフルの扱い知ってる？
あなたがやってるの見たことある。それに余計なお世話だわ。
そうだね。
一つ教えて。あなた少しでも私のこと好きだったことある？
Of course not.
ないよ。1分1秒たりとも全然ない。オールナッシング。あ、セックスはちょっと良かったよ。フラチューしてる時の顔もエロくって良かった。それくらいかな。
Good job, Takuma. Like, I can't bring myself to hate Takuma even though he's such a bastard like this. She gets angrier and glares hard at me.
まったく人生って悲しいよね。
I laugh at her. Tears flow out of Nozomi's eyes.
クワガタさん。
おっと、司君は望みの心配なんかしてる状況？
あなたって本当最低だわ。
I think you're a bit worse than him, actually. Nozomi murmurs and aims the rifle at my face. Aha! The gunpoint is shaking as I expected.
今頃気がついた。隠してたつもりはないんだけどな。
I laugh on purpose and she grits her teeth and pulls the trigger. What the hell? Oh my god. We're changing on the fly, dude. Oh! Okay, that's scary. That scared me. I did not expect to just hear the gunshot right there. After the gunshot stops resounding and silence returns to the room, Kuwagata-san smiles. The shot has missed and has hit the desk behind him. Seeing it, Koike-san tries to draw back, but the spear in Takuma-san's hand extends out like an attacking snake. Amako-san, who is lying under him, seems to have grabbed the handle, but Kuwagata-san's attack doesn't stop. The spear shakes free from Amako-san's hand and pierces the center of her chest. Kuwagata-san pulls the spear out, and blood gushes out of her chest. Koike-san's tear-filled eyes stay open as she hugs the rifle, and falls to the floor like a slow-motion movie. She can't even catch herself and hits her head on the floor, making a dull sound. Kuwagata-san laughs from the bottom of his heart, then grabs Amako-san's collar as he tries to raise his upper body, and smacks him against the ground. Amako-san must have no power, as he lets Kuwagata-san do as he wants. But he must not have given up, as he's glaring at Kuwagata-san's face. But it seems he can't move to his satisfaction anymore. Koike-san isn't moving at all now. My chest is hurting so much that I can't stand up or raise my voice. I feel the hardness of the chair on my back as I watch the action before me. Kuwagata-san is mounting Amako-san, who is desperately trying to move, and punching him just for the fun of it. Amako-san can't even block the punches, and all he can do is suppress his screams and resist with his eyes. I can clearly see that his life is about to disappear.
僕気づいちゃいましたよ。
Kuwagata-san stops his hands and murmurs as if he's talking to himself.
これ素晴らしいですね。本当に素晴らしい。みんなここで死ぬんだ。これが最良の結論なんです。小難しいややこしい問題も苦しみも不幸も人間が全部死ねば消えてなくなるんですよ。嫌なものって結局人間の脳みその中にしかないんですからね。全ての人間が死んで全ての脳みそが壊れれば苦しみも悲しみもないピュアでシンプルな世界だけが残るんです。人間みたいな中途半端な場所であがき続けるかわいそうな存在はどこにもいない。完璧で理想的だ。そう思いませんか？
Yo, what the fuck happened to Kuwagata? He suddenly became like a JRPG villain. Trying to eliminate the human race now? God damn, dude, calm down. I mean, what he says makes sense, but still, like, I just can't can't stop thinking that about the same concept that most JRPG villains have. It seems his last words were directed at Amako-san. He tries to answer but can't. It's because Kuwagata-san is choking him. The only sounds coming from his mouth are painful panting. I'm sure he tried to deny Kuwagata-san's words, but I understand that Kuwagata-san's trying to say. Not only that, but that's something I've thought about many times before. I feel guilty as if I've betrayed Amako-san. Oh, but Amako-san is still trying desperately to say something to Kuwagata-san. He's staring seriously at his enemy. Kuwagata-san is staring back seriously too, as if to prevent Amako-san from denying him. Their pureness seemed to condemn my dirtiness. They're so bright that it's painful. And then, I realized my ugly feeling. I may have been attached to Amako-san because I wanted to sully his pure heart. I may have wanted to get back at him for hurting me back then with his piano. So I didn't love him at all. I knew it was strange for me to like someone other than myself. In fact, I'm hoping somewhere in my heart that Amako-san should give in to Kuwagata-san. And I should know better than anyone that what Kuwagata-san is saying should be dismissed. And the worst thing about it is that I'm only thinking about myself even in this situation. I closed my eyes and removed them from my view. I don't want to watch them. It's not because they look gruesome, but because I want to look away from my ugly mind. I'm crying. I'm sure these are only tears of disappointment at myself. There's nothing beautiful in my mind. I couldn't find anything even if I tried looking. I can tell with my ears that Kuwagata-san started hitting Amako-san again. I'm sure Amako-san will still not give up. I pray for this to be over quickly. I don't want to see their painful efforts anymore because it feels like I'm being forced to smell the rotten odor of my own corpse. Maybe my evil wish is granted. Everything ends all of a sudden. It's because an earthquake occurs. It's the largest earthquake since that day. The desks and the chairs in the classroom start dancing, and Kuwagata-san falls off of Amako-san and lies on the floor. The lantern falls over and the classroom is covered in darkness. Even without the light, the ground roars like a vicious beast and excessively destroys everything. I can't really tell because it's dark, but I hear the building collapse around me and feel rocks of many different sizes hitting my body. I'm not scared, but composed. I feel liberated because the person who deserves to die can die now, and I won't have to deal with my ugly self. I close my eyes. It's so dark that closing my eyes doesn't change what I see. I relax my body and surrender myself to the raging world. It seems I was unconscious for a bit. When I wake up, the earthquake is over. It's so quiet that I think I'm dead and just lie there. But it feels strange. I raise my body and feel pain and coldness that are too realistic. I murmur pathetically. I think that's how you say it. Maybe not. In my mind, that I'm still alive. Apathetically. There you go. The classroom is filled with rubble. I wait for my eyes to adjust, look up, and see that the ceiling has collapsed.
誰か
I speak out.
誰かいますか
The silence sucks in my words. Amako-san, Kuwagata-san, Hibari, and everyone else. Everybody must have died. My body is numb and I can't think or move. Can there be such a lame joke? Eventually, strength escapes my body and I crumple down.
ここに
I hear a cracked voice. A cracked voice.
花子さん
ええでも
I hear Amako-san's weak voice from behind the rubble. I watch where I step and walk towards where the voice came from. I see Amako-san lying between the rubble in an awkward position.
花子さ
I wrap my arms around him and raise his body, but warm blood covers my arm.
ん花子さんこんな
違います。それは僕じゃないんです。
I follow his gaze and see, squashed by a large fragment, a black object that's seeping liquid from its body.
くそ、
I realize that he's angry.
バカにしてやがる。
I think that's not what he said, but I guess it's kind of the same. He's like, this is so stupid. Amako-san staggers as he gets up from my arms and says this with disgust. He's glaring into the darkness.
早くここを出ましょう。余震があったらすぐ崩れてしまう。何としても生き延びてやるんだ。殺されてたまるか。
Amako-san looks at me with glaring eyes. I raise my voice without meaning to. For some reason, his face reminded me of that light-filled park we first met at. When we exit the school building, the eastern sky is lighting up. Come to think of it, it's time for sunrise. While I watch, the sun rises up from behind a mountain, shedding bright light down at us. I narrow my eyes and gaze at it, and it somehow feels strange.
快晴ですね。
Amako-san mutters, and I realize why I had the strange feeling. The thick clouds that covered the sky for many months have split up like the story of Moses receiving the 10 Commandments. It has also stopped snowing. I take a good look at the sun. Yes, this is sunlight. I take a good look of the sun. Okay. I've wanted to see it so badly, but I don't feel anything. It's a dull daybreak. He must have felt the same way, as he quickly turns his back to the light. Oh, that's beautiful. Well, quote-unquote beautiful. I do the same and become speechless. Everything has disappeared. I don't know where it came from, but massive amounts of snow have engulfed everything, making a flat scenery. A piece of reinforcing steel is sticking out from the snow where the gym used to be. The wind is dead too. Nothing is moving. I don't see any human beings.
やっぱり私たち死んじゃったのかもしれません。これは夢なんですよ。
I say
だっ
this.
てあんまり静かすぎます。変ですよ。
Amako-san stares at the snow.
教会へ行きましょう。
He then says this.
僕は川瀬さんと約束したんです。ユカを助けたら教会でまた会おうって。川瀬さんはそこで待っててくれるって。だから僕たちは教会へ行かなくちゃいけないんです。
He's serious.
川瀬さんのことだから他の人たちも連れて行ってるはずです。 早く行かないと彼女を心配させてしまう。きっと田野村さんも待ってる。
Are you okay, Tsukasa?
田野村さんは。
行かなくちゃ。
He starts walking but quickly collapses to the ground. I run up to him and help him up.
大丈夫です。めまいがしただけですから、すぐ立ち上がります。
動いちゃダメですよ。
じっとしてなんかいられないです。こんなの嫌だ。僕たちはおもちゃじゃないんだ。好き勝手させてたまるか。僕は行かなくちゃ。
He glares up at the sky with unfocused eyes and keeps muttering. Why do I feel like this is like... Man... After what Gris said, dude, in the last episode where this might be some like experiment or whatever. Now Tsukasa's kind of reinforcing that theory. What won't you let do as it wishes? Like what? I can't say anything to him and just cry. Or maybe it's just like I don't know, maybe he's talking about fate or whatever. I don't know, it's kind of creepy. Hello again. This is Future Azai. Thank you all for watching the second episode of the long play I did for Swan Song. The next episode is gonna be the finale. Or, you know, sort of finale, because there is actually a true ending to Swan Song. You'll see the normal ending. It's kinda weird that you have to see the normal ending to get the true ending, but I guess they wanna show you despair before there's some sort of hope. I assume the true ending is gonna be hope of some sort. I do know something though about the true ending, because even though it is a spoiler-free like walkthrough, you kind of see the choices, so you can kind of guess what's going on based on the choices. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this episode, and I will see you on the finale of the normal ending anyway. I keep saying finale like it's the ending of Swan Song, but it's not the ending yet. But yeah, I'll see you later.